Tigers with a record of 10 wins and 3 losses. Let's meet your starters. At 5'11", the sophomore, number 3, Jackson. A 5'10", sophomore, number 12, Steph Rowan. At 6'5", a senior, number 20, Tommy French. At 6'2", a senior, number 23, Nathan Frank. At 6'3", a senior, number 24, Connor Calvin. Your Tigers are coached by Tom Nickerson, assisted by Mike Sheffield and Wes White. Referees for this game are Harlan Burgess and Mark Harper.
They call me Willie Lunchmeat. Willie Lunchmeat. Y'all doing a good job, man. Yeah, you're doing a good job, sweetie. You ain't lying.
Welcome into the 2020 Old Fort Platte Classic. Fort Gibson versus Oklahoma Union. Fort Gibson wearing the all whites. They're at home. Oklahoma Union wearing their red jerseys. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Seth Rowan starts off the game with a deep ball, and we're underway.
Great way to start the game for the Fort Gibson Tigers.
Going the other way, thought about a deep three. They're passing up on it. Now three-pointer will come, and it'll be answered from Jace Gilmore.
Okay, Jace. Okay, Jace. He ain't shying away from the moment. Early trap by Oklahoma Union. French with the baseline jumper. It's no good.
We got a dive for it right in front of us on the baseline. It's going to go out of bounds off of Hilldale with an emphatic point from our favorite official on this side.
Get your finger out of my face.
Oklahoma Union will take it. 3-3 is the score, and Oklahoma Union, they are led by Jace Hollingshead. 28 points yesterday in their victory. And
a quiet 28, too.
if it's that possible to have a quiet 28, three-pointer that time from Hollingshead, no good. Strong rebound, though, from Nate Collier, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two. They get the foul on French, and Collier goes to the line. Collier 6 points yesterday. First shot missed from Collier. Second one up and finds the bottom of the net. That does give Oklahoma Union the lead. And Oklahoma Union, they're led by the man in the powder blue shoes, Connor Calvin. Three-pointer on the way, but Calvin gets it and gets it to fall.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed about Caliban's shoes this evening.
Why is that?
We saw him yesterday. I thought he was gonna bust out with something new.
He's saving that for championship day.
I just don't think you can wear the bright blue shoes, 2 games in a row.
Now, he was wearing different kicks at the Shriners Classic.
Yeah, that's different.
So he has them. As the three-pointer comes out from Colson Gibson.
Man, these guys are opening the game shooting. And with the press defense.
They're bringing the energy for sure. Fort Gibson may be at home as it's a jump ball, but you can tell Oklahoma Union traveled. Their fans are here, they're loud, and their team is responding.
Yeah, I didn't realize how surrounded we were by Oklahoma Union fans, but they seem to travel well.
Handling the ball is Colson Gibson. He gives it baseline Hollingshead. Down low, strong finish, Dylan Ellis.
It's a good job of keeping your head up and finding the open man.
On the other end, ball's brought low, poked out. It is going to stay with Fort Gibson, but as you said, a good job.
Entering the game, Jaden Graves. Graves doing a good job last night in the low post, getting the basket to go in creative ways. Looks for him to do the same thing here tonight.
And Grays had 5 points in yesterday's contest. His shot no good that time from Rowan. Three-pointer on the way. Nothing doing that time. A strong rebound, but it goes off of the hands of Nate Collier.
Hey, right now, Oklahoma Union playing with a lot of effort.
A lot of energy. This press is not really giving Fort Gibson a lot of trouble, but at the same time, it's just working, making the Tigers work that much harder to get a basket. They're gonna get a foul on Dylan Ellis right here at half court. Team foul number 1. Ball tipped around as well. Jackson Blunt is also a key contributor for Fort Gibson as the three-pointer is no good. Calavan gets the rebound though. They're gonna triple team Calavan and he finds the open man. But it looked, Graves went up and then came back down.
Yeah, and he was trying to, he sold the pump fake, but he tried to go up again and then he just left his feet and was in mid-air and didn't know what to do.
They're gonna give some pressure. That's Seth Rowan in the backcourt for the Tigers. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Jace Gilmore flashes the 3 at the Fort Gibson student section as he walks by after drilling it on that side. And it's an early 12-5 lead for Oklahoma Union. Calavan, pump fake, step back, three-pointer. Too strong. Rebound comes down, good job that time by Seth Rowan to get it. Blunt in the middle, got contact, count the bucket.
And 1, baby. Blunt letting them know it's not going to be a quick out tonight.
12-7. Blunt with an opportunity for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
That rhymed.
He gets it to go, cuts the lead to 12-8 for Oklahoma Union. Oklahoma Union starting out hot, shooting from behind the arc, and they've been led in that department by number 4, Jace Gilmore, who is posting up right now. On the other side, the three-pointer, Jace Hollingshed gets going, and it is raining inside of Fort Gibson.
The Cougars came to play today. Another steal by the Oklahoma Union team.
Three-pointer, corner. Bounces around, too strong, offensive rebound. That time, though, swatted away by Tommy French.
And I'm telling you right now, if number 5, Caden Hollingshed, would have knocked that down, Oklahoma Union's fan base was ready to tear the roof off of this thing.
Calavan made a poor decision last time he had the ball. We'll see what he does this time at the Fort Union.
Another steal.
And it's another steal exactly for Union. Driving to the basket, head down, and that's what's going to get him. Can't put your head down like that and make contact with your Cade Hollingshed.
That was a poor decision. Trying to force the issue right there was Hollingshed. He's got to run the offense and can't force it down there.
You can go baseline if you have that step. He didn't have the step, and when you put your head down like that, you look guilty. No matter what actually happened, you put your head down, not looking up forward, you look guilty.
Yeah, that's selling it against yourself right there.
Yeah, Calavan gets it in the middle, tries to dribble. Good job by Oklahoma Union, taking to put it on the floor. We got a jump ball, battle for it. It will stay in favor of Fort Gibson.
And what an effort by Jace Gilmore. Diving is the senior on the ground, trying to get the loose ball.
Caden Dennis, he gives it back to Blunt. Blunt double teamed. Held the ball too long. Now he's going to give it back out to Dennis. Dennis with multiple pump fakes. He dribbled and picked it up. Calavan, corner 3. Good. Can't keep a good man down for long, Dion.
You certainly can't.
Calavan puts it in on the other side. Answer in. Colson Gibson answers from 3.
And they're talking a little trash out here, ladies and gentlemen. They're talking a little trash. I love it.
Calavan in the corner. He's going to be trapped. Goes cross court to Blunt. Blunt drills left hand, crossover right, drives inside, pump fake. Dennis thought about the three. He's gonna pull it back out now. That's Blunt. Gives it back to Dennis. Dennis will pull the trigger this time. Three on the way, good.
Dennis for 1, 2, 3.
Caden Dennis, his first points of the game. We're trading threes. It is raining threes right now inside the fort. You think the three-point line changed the game of basketball, Dion?
Just slightly.
Steal that time for Blunt, going the other way. Looks, in transition. Pump fake, up and in. Great execution that time by French with the pump fake.
Definitely a smart decision. Didn't have the numbers, but certainly had the advantage as far as his movement and control of the basketball.
Gilmore, good job penetration inside and a strong finish from Nate Collier.
And that should have been an and one play right there, but good job by Collier making a move and finishing strong.
Coming right at us. Blunt's pass was too high, and I think Fort Gibson is just playing too quick, Dion. So you take a look at that strong finish with the pump fake from French. Fort Gibson needs to just take a deep breath there at home. Don't let Oklahoma Union's pressure get to you.
And that's exactly what it is. It's that press that sometimes it can make you rush yourself.
Feed not coming down. Great look that time from Gilmore. And Jace Hollingshead puts it in. Good job by him to handle the pass in midair. Ball on the ground once again. There's a scramble for it. Nobody's calling timeout. We're going to get a jump ball. Head coach Todd Dickerson, you think should have called a timeout there if you're.
I think he's going the Phil Jackson motto, letting your kids play through because they're going to see this pressure all night. Remember, we saw this Oklahoma Union team against McAllister, and they were pressing the whole game.
Three-pointer on the way, no good that time. A heat check from Colson Gibson. He's hit two already. Into the front court, French. Caliban wants it in the corner. Of course he does. 22-19, entertaining first quarter coming in 13 seconds left. In the corner, Gilmore, pass inside, beautiful, Hollingshead, turnaround Jay in the lane.
What a shot, and contested, creative, and making it happen. I'm impressed, ladies and gentlemen. We got a good one on our hands.
We got some miscommunication on the Fort Gibson side, but you don't want to miss any of this. One quarter in the books with a fantastic game so far. 24-19, the visiting Oklahoma Union Cougars on top here on Bravado TV. And as you see, it's raining not one, not two, but threes all game long.
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
Van gets the skip pass from Blunt. And just a stifling defensive pressure right now from Oklahoma Union. They're bringing the energy on offense and on defense. And Fort Gibson, they got punched in the face a little bit in that first quarter, Dion. We're going to see how they respond, if they can counterpunch.
Yeah, that first quarter break, went to the corner, got some adjustments from the head coach. And luckily, this is a well-coached ball club, so I expect them to settle down and start making a run here pretty soon. But I'm guessing Oklahoma Union is not going to settle down on the pressure at all.
Todd Dickerson, head coach of Fort Gibson. So we got to travel there on Cade Hollingshead. But Todd Dickerson, head coach of Fort Gibson, he's got his kids very, very structured. the right word's escaping me right now, but they don't panic
I mean,
a lot. But this pressure from Oklahoma Union is really causing them to.
Yeah, they're a well-coached ball club, and it's a program that it's expected.
Oh my gosh.
From the logo, Callahan throws it from deep and knocks it down with ease.
Connor Logo Calavan puts one in from the logo, and this game is tied. Trying to answer on the other end. Three-pointer from Jace Hollingshed. We got sharpshooters in the building tonight, Dion. When that man Calavan crosses half court, you better put a body on him. He's in range. Dennis thought about the three, drives in, give it. Blunt, he's gonna pump fake. Step inside the three-point line, no good. French gets the rebound though, they give it to Dennis. His three-pointer on the way, no good. Oklahoma Union comes down with it, that's Henry Howard. Pushes it up the court, Colson Gibson, three-pointer. He follows his own miss. Ball rolls around and Howard picks it up. Oklahoma Union gonna reset, top of the key. Hollingshed feeling it, three-pointer, good!
Goodness gracious, he's on fire. That was a heat check, baby. That was a heat check.
Three-pointer indeed. Inside Calavan, three-point line. Three-pointer on the way from Blunt, good! Oh my goodness!
They're not going away, and I like the fight in them.
30-27.
You know who you need to get the ball to. Number 11 needs to touch it. He's on fire right now.
Jace Hollingshed, I'd be okay with him shooting from past the half-court stripe as well. He's got Blunt on him right now. He's got to be careful not to get a push-off call when he doesn't have the ball. Driving in the lane. This time, three-pointer on the way. Right corner, good. Cade Hollingshed. It must be something with the name, Dion. He said, my brother must be hot. Maybe it transfers over to me. It does that time for Cade Hollingshed. Steal, going the other way. Jace Hollingshed finishes with the right hand on the left side, and we've got a blocking foul.
And this free throw right here gives us all a chance to settle down. Okay, we've got a up-tempo game right now where both these teams are doing a good job of knocking down shots, and it's surprising that you would get a missed free throw right there.
I think he needs to take the free throw, take 3 steps backwards and get behind the three-point line and shoot it.
Yeah, that probably knock it down. But would that free throw count for 2?
You know, I don't think so, but it should. I think we just had a new advancement in basketball technology right there, Dion. Changing the game for better here on Bravado TV. 34-27, under 5 minutes to go. Calavan unguarded right now. If they could get a skip pass to him, Blunt takes it in and a nice tip in, but nothing doing for French. French was there, was able to pull it up, and they're gonna give it to Fort Gibson. Again, another emphatic point.
They need to stop. Number 20 needs to tie his shoes. Oh, nope, he got it.
Blunt with the three.
Thought about it.
He really did.
Does more than think about it right there.
Now he's gonna jack it up. We got some hand fighting underneath, and they're gonna get French. Team foul number 3 is Tommy French's second personal foul. 34-27, 4:23 to go. It's a 3-2 zone defense for the Fort Gibson Tigers. Oklahoma Union looks to be counting with 2 bigs down low in this 3-2. They skip it. Drive, baseline, high-low. Hollingshed's underneath there. He takes a power dribble. Good job by Fort Gibson that time to poke it away. It's a 2-on-2 break. Calavan leading it. Does a spin move. He's going to take it himself and take it right at that teeth of that Oklahoma Union defense and get fouled.
And that zone defense does a good job of slowing down Oklahoma Union. They go with the 3-2 instead of the 2-3. With that 3 up top, it allows that width of the length of the court so it doesn't allow those three-point shots.
Yeah, that's a better defense for stopping the three-pointer for sure, as Calavan's first free throw is up and in. Good adjustment that time from Todd Dickerson out of a break. Now on the other end, Oklahoma Union has seen it once. Their head coach, Lee Ott, was calling out a play. We'll see how they counter after seeing it. Good rebound that time from Gilmore.
A rare miss from Calavan.
You don't have to worry about setting an offense if you can score in transition. That shot no good from Baylor Nash.
It's a good look.
Calavan tried to pull up from the short corner and lost the ball. I'm going to pick up Colson Gibson full court as he gives way. Back to a trap press defense and a turnover. That time, Fort Gibson got Oklahoma Union playing too fast and gets the turnover. Blunt almost turned it over himself. Now they're going to kick it out. Three-pointer good. Seth Rowan with his second three-pointer of the game.
And that makes it a three-point game.
They're going to get a push on Cade Hollingshead. Coming out of the game, that's Baylor Nash. Nash came in, he's had a short stay in the game. He didn't look comfortable. Coming out as well as Logan Rush.
Yeah, he kept finding himself in that trap zone over there in the corner.
Fort Gibson with an opportunity to tie it up. Calavan can do just that. Doesn't go in, but an offensive rebound, but nice job. Gilmore pokes it out of there. Behind the back move,
and swats it away.
We're gonna get a foul. Blunt with the block though. There was a nice finish.
Number 15, Colson Gibson on the line. Cooper, so shoot two.
Blunt gets the foul, and they're gonna send Colson Gibson to the line, but it was an emphatic swat that time from French.
Similar to the one that we just watched on the highlight reel from Zion Williams over there in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Sent that thing into the third row of the stands.
Second one good as well for Gibson. 36-31, 5-point lead for Oklahoma Union. It's almost a disappointment to come away with 2 points, Dion. Jeez. Calavan looks low. French takes a dribble, is going to give it back out. Blunt jumps, drives. Two people play soccer with the ball. It comes out of their Oklahoma Union ball. Transition three-pointer on the way. That time is short. Gibson's, as the follow, Gibson's three-pointer was no good. The follow from Collier is no good. And they're going to get Collier for the push. That is Collier's just his first, and it's just team foul number 6.
They're going to stop time, or stop play, excuse me, so Gilmore can tie his shoes.
Sweat drips off of his furry chin.
It's interesting that he only goes with a single knot right there. I normally, when I'm playing some activities, I go with the double knot.
That's good astute analysis there, Dion.
Double knot is essential.
That's why we got you here, because that is true. Double knot is the way to go. Blunt, three-pointer, hand in his face, doesn't matter.
And it's a 2-point game.
Union's cooled off slightly from the three-point line. Pump fake, back inside, they're gonna go back out. Hollingshead three-pointer, that time is good.
It was a 2-point game, but I meant to say it was a 2-point game, and now it's a 5-point game.
Pending a Hollingshead three-pointer, right? Calavan crosses half court. They do not come and trap him. They get it into the middle. Now kick it right side. Good passing from Fort Gibson. French jumper won't go. And they're going to get a push, also known as over the back on Jaden Graves. Team foul number 5. We take another look at the Hollingshead three.
And he lets him know.
Hey, he's not as bad as or emphatic as Gilmore after hitting a corner three right in front of the student section at Fort Gibson. Just gave him 3 fingers as he walked by, telling him, hey, that's how much that shot is worth. He was just informing them, I'm sure, right?
Teaching.
Yeah. That's what, we're at school. This is a learning environment. Hollingshed's content to hold the ball at half court. Blunt's going to pressure him there. They trap Hollingshed, get him in trouble. A step through that time and a walk from Cade Hollingshed. Cade Hollingshed didn't use the jump stop, as his coach Lee Ott is emphatically telling him. Blunt with the ball. He gives back to Caliban. And makes sure to get a hand in his face. When Caliban gets the ball on this side, they want to make sure that they have some kind of defense on them. Inside French, low post, good feed, in, out, three, no good. Ball is on the ground, picked up by somebody.
Jump ball to the Hoosiers.
That time, Todd Dickerson tried to call the timeout, couldn't get in time. His team didn't have the possession and goes jump ball. Good call there by the officials. Good job of communicating as well as from the officials. We don't get something that happened earlier with the block and the charge foul. The Blarge. Plenty of communication happening today. Gilmore gets in the corner, chunks it cross court to Hollingshed. 5 seconds. Somebody gonna get a shot off. No, before Gibson gets it, he's got a note. Off the glass, no good.
What a perfect punctuation that would have been to this half if he would have made that three in transition.
It's been raining threes all half long. As you take a look at the man, Jace Hollingshed. He's got 4 3-pointers. You can see right here on the Bravado wireless replay.
Then his little brother decides to knock down a three of his own.
Got a fantastic game. Make sure to stay with us. We're hitting halftime. Your score 39-34. The home team for Gibson trailing Oklahoma Union.
Now it's time for the entire nation to make rare play challenge your chance to win Chick-fil-A sandwich. Chips to drink.
Hi, we're Bravado Wireless. You may have seen us at your local events and wondered just exactly what we do. We provide the highest quality cell phone service, specializing in outstanding coverage, both locally and nationwide. We're headquartered right here in Oklahoma, with multiple store locations in eastern Oklahoma. We provide the most affordable, unlimited talk, text, and data plans available. For a limited time, our unlimited plan is only $40 a month, and you can receive a free LG K30. Make sure you stop in now and enjoy our other amazing summer deals before they end. Visit Bravado Wireless store locations for all other details, or go to bravadowireless.com for more information. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer one line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
game. 16 minutes to decide this one, and we've got a good matchup. 39-34, Oklahoma Union winning by 5. Fort Gibson with the ball, and the home team going towards their bench and the student section in front of them. Trying to make up 5 points in this third and fourth quarter and come away with the victory. Nice pump fake from Calavan. Tries to finish in traffic, nothing doing. And we're going to get a foul on Calavan.
That's his first personal first team titles.
Connor Calavan picks up his first personal foul. It's the first of the first half, and Oklahoma Union be countering going the other way. 3-pointers galore in that first half. Gilmore, jump stop, middle of the lane, jump shot, no good. Point, that's Collier. Calavan chases it down, saves it in bounds, but Gilmore picks it up. Pushing the other way, Hollingshed gets it underneath. Ball knocked away. 9 3-pointers made in the first half for the Oklahoma Union Cougars. Pump fake from the elbow, jump shot short from Cole Gibson, but an offensive rebound from Gibson, and they'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And it's a good job. You're seeing the effort and the hustle plays by Oklahoma Union, making everything count.
On the other end, Fort Gibson made 8 3-pointers. Add those together, that's good for 17 3-pointers in the first half. To say it was raining threes would be an understatement. Meanwhile, free throws, on the other hand, not so much. But a great job by Jace Hollingshed to get the offensive rebound and go up with it. Calavan gets the screen, comes off of a double team. Nathan Franklin with the ball, gives it back to Connor Calavan. Calavan jabs left, goes right, left, gets the ball stripped. Wanted a foul, nothing doing. Oklahoma Union going the other way. Corner, 3-pointer, up, not falling that time for Gibson. And going the other way is Fort Gibson. The ball knocked away, Oklahoma Union with it. Gilmore gives it up to Gibson. Swing pass, taking it all the way to the rack, no good. But Collier is there. His follow, no good. Dylan Ellis had a wide open shot, just blew the layup.
As much as they were making from behind the arc, they are missing in the paint at the same rate.
Calavan, screen for Blunt. They find down low. French kisses it off that glass. Smooth move there from Tommy French. That's the lead back to 5. Gilmore, crossover, drives into the lane. 15-footer from Collier's no good, but it comes right back to him. It's going to hit off of French, stay with Oklahoma Union.
I'm surprised Calavan didn't get called on the foul right there.
That would have been huge. That would have been Calavan's 3rd personal foul. Swing pass, Hollingshed, 3-pointer, no good.
And it looks like this Oklahoma Union's team has cooled down just a little bit.
3-pointer, Blunt. No good, but a good job of skying to get a rebound. They're going to call a foul that time. Jace Hollingshed picks up his first personal foul. Good job skying for the rebound that time by Seth Rowland. Blunt, they run the play for him, and he drops it down. Good call that time from Todd Dickerson, and great execution from Jackson Blunt. Lead is just 2. Ellis can't get the J to fall, the running jumper, and Blunt counters the other way. Oklahoma Union opportunity pardon me, Fort Gibson an opportunity to take over the lead for the first time this game. Since it was early. Caliban pumps, gives the Blunt, drives baseline. French, top of the key, they go high-low to Caliban. Power dribble, up, in. Caliban ties it. His first points of the second half, and it's tied at 41. Turnover, going the other way, 3-on-2 break. Swatted by Gilmore.
Ooh, that one looked like it hurt.
We may be in a fort, Dion, but nobody's protecting the rim better than Jace Gilmore did right there. Connor Caliban with the ball, he gives it up. Seth Rowan. Blunt's gonna dribble it out of the corner. Union gonna bring the pressure. That was, Fort Gibson seems to be able to handle the pressure, and I don't know if Oklahoma Union is bringing as much pressure as they were, and the energy as well as they were in the first half. Coming off of the screen is Gilmore. He takes it, finger roll up, rolls around and down.
And he was looking for the and-one, didn't get it, but does get the shot.
Here's the pressure this time, the high-low, good feed, a good finish for Jaden Graves. His first bucket of the night comes at a huge time and ties the game at 43 apiece, 2:53 to go. Dribbling past the timeline is Jace Hollingshed. He takes it right, gives it back up, middle of the court to Gibson. Gibson, deep three, on the way, good! Colson Gibson showing off range, his third three-pointer of the night.
That was impressive.
They give it down low to French. Crosses the court, pump fake, up. Nice move that time inside by Jaden Graves. He got the ball, was a little bit ahead of himself, so he decided to pump, take a dribble, and go up with it on the left side and draws the foul.
Graves' game is so interesting to me because he's built like one of these guards that plays on the perimeter, but he plays like he's one of these big-time stretch forwards that just has all the post moves in the world. He gets down low, bodies people, turns his back to the basket, and gets the easy high-percentage shots to go.
Take a shot up and good. Graves goes 2 for 2 to the line. That's huge, Dion, as that cuts the lead to 1. Hollingshed, that's Cade Hollingshed with the ball. He gives to his brother Jace. Jace Hollingshed fading away. Jumper no good. Rebound pulled down, going the other way. Blunt with the ball, dribbles it up. Union setting up a trap. They get it in the middle of the court. And getting ahead of himself was Jaden Graves. He drugged the pivot foot. And that's the case right there of Oklahoma Union applying the pressure, and the pressure's not directly related to the turnover, and yet, because of the pressure, they get the turnover. Just speeding Oklahoma Union is just speeding up Fort Gibson just enough. They run the weave at the top of the key. Give Gibson the open three. No, nothing doing, but in a sea of white, somehow, some way, Logan Rush comes down with a huge rebound for Oklahoma Union.
They're moving on that screen out here. Watch it. I got you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Three-pointer on the way. Strong that time. Skying for the rebound and grabbing it is Jaden Graves. Blunt dribbles, gives it up to Seth Rowan. Rowan's three on the way. Rolls around and down. Rowan, his third three-pointer of the game, and it's 48-46 in favor of Fort Gibson. First time they've had the lead since the first quarter. Can Union answer? They do! King Hollingshed.
And that lead doesn't last for long.
Punch, counter punch, here in the third quarter.
We're in a heavyweight fight.
For sure, and the heavyweight battle goes back in favor of Fort Gibson, with Graves answering with the two. In and out dribble is lost, and we're gonna get a foul on the floor. Dylan Ellis has an in-and-out dribble, got his man off balance and took it to the hole, but he lost it. Take out that deep three. That takes some stones right there, Dion, to attempt that three. Just lost the lead. You're a good 2 steps behind the three-point line. A great answer on the other end from Fort Gibson as well.
Oh, we good. He said he good. Here we go.
Ellis going to be the trigger man underneath. They're going to give it to somebody, gives it to Cade Hollingshed. Hollingshed feeling it, runner in the lane, good.
And that shot is a lot more difficult than it looks. Those runners in the lane, especially going at an angle.
They're going to get the foul on Logan Rush, his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Just reached around there. You can't reach around a guy and make contact. They're going to get you for the foul every time. 46 seconds left in an entertaining third quarter, to say the least. It was a 5-point lead for Oklahoma Union when we made it into this third quarter. Right now, they've got a 1-point lead. It's been steadily chipping away from Fort Gibson. Connor Calavan gets it, gives it back to Blunt. He drives, short jumper, good.
You can't leave Blunt open like that. He can knock down that mid-range jumper all day.
28 seconds left. Oklahoma Union slows the pace down. Dribbling across midcourt is Colson Gibson. Gives it left wing Jace Hollingshed. He drives baseline. He's cut off, brings it back out. Looking for somebody to give it to. He gives it to Henry Auer at the top of the key. Auer dribbles, gives it back to Jace Hollingshed. 10 seconds on the clock. Hollingshed, right wing, pulls up, free throw line. Off the left iron, no good. Going the other way is Fort Gibson. They need to go. 2 seconds, 1 second. Blunt doesn't know. Half court heave.
Just this close.
Not great court awareness there at the end of the game from either one of the Fort Gibson Tigers that touched it. But they go to this fourth quarter. They close the 5-point lead. And we're going to the fourth of an entertaining game. 52-51 in favor of Fort Gibson here on Bravado TV.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
It's at 5:30 for third place, taking on the Warriors of Idaho.
Welcome back to Bravado Wireless's presentation of the 2020 Fort Gibson Classic. I've done that a few times now, Dion. Fort Gibson Classic, we've got a great matchup between the Fort Gibson Tigers and the Oklahoma Union Cougars. Oklahoma Union gets the ball in as they crash across the timeline. That's Henry Auer. They give it to Gilmore. We've seen a flurry of three-pointers from both teams this entire game. They give it Gilmore, three-pointer. Everybody stands up on this side. They're going to sit back down disappointed, though. Rebound that time, Jaden Graves, and going the other way. Three-pointer, wide open, corner. But a rebound, and we're going to stay here on the floor. The corner three from Tommy French was no good, and we're going to get Jace Hollingshed with his second personal foul.
I'm telling you right now, Oklahoma Union has to listen up. They cannot let this game be close at the end. They need to find somewhere in this quarter to go on a stretch and pull away, because home court advantage will come into play towards the waning minutes of this game.
It's the usual suspects when you look at the scorebook, Dion, as that foul is on Colson Gibson. Jace Hollingshed for Oklahoma Union, 19 points as Calavan knocks down his first free throw. Calavan with that free throw gives him 15, possibly 16 if he can knock this one down. Jackson Blunt with 14. They've had help all the way around, but the leading scorers, as that is 16 for Connor Calavan, it's the leading scorers are the usual suspects and the guys you expect to take over games when they're close late. Gibson with the ball, gets it poked away. Calavan all alone. He's gonna go with the easy two-handed finish.
Caliban, dunk it!
Dion's disappointed, but he's gonna make sure to get the easy two in a close game. Fort Gibson all of a sudden up by 5. Oklahoma Union getting punched in the face and see if they can counter. Gilmore, spin move in the lane. Big finish, big fella. Howard guarding Blunt. Calivan with Gibson on him. That's Rowan, guarded by Cade Hollingshed. Tough take in the lane. Power finish for Jaden Graves.
He does it in the paint, baby. He does it in the paint.
58-53. Gilmore open. He's going to pull the trigger. He gets it to fall. He can pound down low. He can also put it in up top.
The offense is coming from number 4. Gilmore is hot.
That's going to be a reach in on Auer. That's an easy call from across the court. That is just Auer's first, but it is team foul number 6. Next foul for Oklahoma Union will send Fort Gibson to the line.
And that's tough because it's still 6 minutes left in this 4th quarter.
They go. Cross-court pass to Calivan. Smooth move by Calivan for the pump fake. Hollingshed was coming from behind. He was going to swat it, as you see on your screen there. That's head coach Todd Dickerson of the Fort Gibson Tigers. He wanted that one to fall. Calivan gets an opportunity for 2. But Hollingshed was coming from the back, and if Calivan didn't pump fake it, he was about to get it sent back in his face. First shot up and in for Connor Calivan. That's what you expect from your leading scorer, making big free throws down the stretch. 59-56, 6:06 left to go. Calivan puts his navy blue shoes on the black line. Takes a dribble, shoots.
That's definitely not navy blue.
Nah, they're baby blue. I meant to say that. Thank you, Dion. 60-56. Corner, three-pointer. Cade Hollingshed. Not good enough. Just short. Calivan dribbles it up. Gives it back to his point guard, Blunt. Fort Gibson with an opportunity here to extend their lead to 6 at least. Blunt gives it to French. There's a battle going on down low. Doesn't matter though as French puts it up and in. These last 3 possessions couldn't have gone any better if you're Fort Gibson. Meanwhile, Hollingshed's gonna force it in. He gets bailed out. That's a bad take that time from Cade Hollingshed. Guarded the entire way. He's gonna get bailed out and go to the line. But if I'm Fort Gibson, that's not, pardon me, if I'm Fort Gibson, I'll live with Hollingshed taking that every day. I don't want the other Hollingshed, Jace Hollingshed, or a man that's been hot recently, and Jace Gilmore getting the ball.
You're right about that. And one of the things that's been questionable right now with this Oklahoma Union team is their shot selection. To end the 3rd quarter, Jace Hollingshed took two mid-range fadeaway jumpers that were questionable. He didn't need to take those shots. And now those drives to the baskets and those early 3-point shots, it's costing this Oklahoma Union team.
Well, Hollingshed does make Fort Gibson pay from the line. He sinks both of the free throws, cuts the lead back to 4. Calivan crosses the timeline, gives it to Blunt. Middle, good pass and good hands from Hollingshed, and they're going to say that went off of French. French flexes his hands, but I don't think he's given that much of a protest.
And now you're starting to see the game plan of this Oklahoma Union team. They're trapping early in the game to set the tempo, and now when it's late in the 4th quarter, they're going back to that trap.
French is going to get called for the foul. That is his 3rd, team foul number 6 for them. So either foul on either side is going to send the team to the bonus. Cade Hollingshed gets it, runner in the lane. Good!
Second time he's hit that shot tonight.
He makes it look easy, and great job that time from the sophomore coming up clutch. 62-60. That's Rowan, gets it poked away. Cade Hollingshed off of Rowan, and it's going to be Oklahoma Union ball. Great active hands from Cade Hollingshed.
That's defense, baby.
Hollingshed inbounds it to Jace Hollingshed. They're going to let Cade run the point. Left side, that's Ellis. Top of the key, Hollingshed. Right corner, Cade Hollingshed, 3-pointer. Just short. Bounces off of bounds, and French was trying to save it, but they're going to say that it is out of bounds on Union. Off of Union, going to be Fort Gibson ball, even though French was trying to save it in. It's a very emphatic call. 62-60, Oklahoma Union's going to start pressing up, 4:31 to go.
It's going to be a challenge for Fort Gibson to see what happens here. They got to be calm, cool, and collective under pressure.
Cross-court pass to Blunt to get it. Rowan drives in the lane. He gives it back out to Caliban. Pump fake once. They're going to double team Blunt. He gets by it. Caliban's open if they see him. They do not. Everybody wants a foul on the near side, but that was just a good play that time by Gilmore. Stick his hand in there, and he got all ball. Caliban's the trigger man. He throws it, lobs it out to Blunt. Gives it up to Rowan. In the corner, that's Caliban. He is just being hounded by Cade Hollingshed. Hollingshed claps his hands. He
likes
more.
the defense. He likes the defense.
Turnover. Other way. 2-on-1 break. Bucket goes in and good for Colson Gibson.
And all that started from the defense of Cade.
62-62. 3:43 left to go. That's Rowan dribbling the ball, being hounded. They're going to give it back to Blunt. Let Blunt calm this team down and run the offense through him. Blunt and Gibson and Caliban have been your leading scorers. You got to go to them if you're Fort Gibson. They have the ball with Blunt's hands right now. Rowan is going to shoot the three-pointer. No good. Great offensive rebound that time. Skyford put up. No good. But Caliban comes up. Caliban with a huge offensive rebound puts it up and in. Fort Gibson with the 2-point lead. Three-pointer on the way, fading left. No good that time, but a rebound by Jace Hollingshed. He goes up and he's going to be fouled. Hollingshed's fouled on the shot.
I don't know about that one. He might have bailed him out. He might have bailed him out. I do not know about that ball right there. Right on the replay, you can see Caliban go up for that two-pointer.
It's a huge deal.
And I just don't know if Hollingshed had the ball under control when he went up and got the foul. French did make contact, but I just don't know if Hollingshed had the ball in his control.
He can't miss. He can't make the second one, and it's a 1-point Fort Gibson lead. That would have been huge to tie the game. Instead, Fort Gibson leads by 1. 64-63, just under 3 minutes to go. Blunt, pump fakes, gets a man in the air. Gives it to Graves. Graves inside, Rowan, easy layup. Great ball movement, punched in by Tommy French.
It's a 3-point game now.
If you're Union, you have plenty of time. You just need a good shot. What qualifies as a good shot just depends. That would be it. The finger roll can't go in.
Doesn't go.
Ellis, huge miss that time. Huge miss. Gilmore with a perfect look to Ellis, right at the goal, but the finger roll won't go. On the other end, you got to just play good, hard-nosed defense, see if you can't get a turnover. Anything, just a missed basket. Just because you missed the finger roll there doesn't mean that this game's over. It's just 3 points.
Here's the thing. You cannot let that shot affect your performance for the rest of this game. There's still 2 minutes, a little less than 3 minutes left in the game. You can't let it affect your defense on the other side.
You got to play good defense here. It's a 1-possession game right now, but Fort Gibson has the ball. As you take a look at some of the replays over the past few minutes, Fort Gibson has the ball. If you can get a stop here, it's still a 1-possession game, but all of a sudden, 2-possession game with 2:16 left to go. That starts making things a lot more difficult on you. Play good defense here. You also can set up something during this timeout for your offensive set next. And if you make it too, you can call a timeout and reset again.
And I wonder if Oklahoma Union is going to come out of this timeout staying in the press. It's shown that it's flustered this Fort Gibson team, but not in the backcourt, in the half-court situation. It's got them a little out of their own tempo. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here defensively.
66-63, 2:16 left to go in this ball game. That's the student section for Fort Gibson finally standing up. I don't understand why they're standing up just now. It's been a fantastic game all game long. Graves gets it, they give it back to Blunt. They're going to try and trap Blunt. Now it is just Gibson guarding him. Connor Caliban, they do try and double Caliban to get it out of his hands. Graves with it now. You can kind of see their game plan. They do not want Caliban to beat them. Ellis, all in the face of Caliban, ball's on the ground. Caliban is going to call one at a timeout, but they're going to get a foul and a push. Ellis gets the foul, and Caliban's going to go to the line. That's the man you don't want to send to the line.
And that's unfortunate because the ball was on the ground. You see him hustling and trying to grab for it. Ellis doing his best, and the foul is called on him. I don't know if I agree with that one in that situation.
Caliban's first shot is up and good. He is 6 for 7 from the free throw line today. Regardless, if he misses this, you got to get the offensive rebound if you're Union. Go to the other end and see if you can get some points somewhere, somehow, some way. Caliban doesn't miss from the line, though. Extends the lead 68-63. Again, you don't have to be in a hurry if you're Union. You just don't want a turnover.
Don't foul.
Get a good shot. And I think anything coming from this man, Jace Hollingshead, would be considered a good shot. He finds a running Ellis, up and under, no good this time. French gets it to Caliban. Now Union might have to start fouling.
Not a good possession on both ends for Ellis. The ill-advised layup and the foul on the defensive end.
I believe that is a timeout called by head coach Todd Dickerson, but I believe he still has 3 left. All right, drawing up your Oklahoma Union. You see them in their huddle right now. What are you drawing up if you're head coach Lee Ott?
Well, I see them starting to check in other players, so I'm thinking they're going to start fouling here, especially with 5 points. But the question is, who are they going to foul?
If you're Lee Ott, you have to tell your team, we are denying Connor Caliban the ball. And if it comes to it, you need to foul before the ball is even inbounded so Caliban doesn't touch the ball. That is the man you don't want to send to the line. I would rather have anybody else go to the line if I am Oklahoma Union rather than Connor Caliban.
Yeah, and on Fort Gibson's side, they're going to keep the ball in Caliban's hand and Blunt.
They got French way back here. Oklahoma Union is content to hang back at the half court. They're going to press. They give it to Blunt. They're going to see if they can't get a steal. Now they foul. In to foul is Baylor Nash. He's going to come.
Jackson Blunt at the line will shoot a 1.
Nash comes out. In comes Ellis. Jackson Blunt will shoot 2. This is the last 1-and-1 opportunity. If you're Union, you'd really like Blunt to miss, and he doesn't.
And I wonder what was communicated there in the huddle, because that's not the person you want to foul. And you can see the coaching staff telling that to Nash right now. But why would Nash foul number 3 if you would have just told him that right there in that timeout?
It's missed. It goes 1 and 2 from the line, 69-63. It's a 6-point lead. Hollingshead thought about pulling it. He gives to Gilmore. Don't need to be in a hurry, but you need to be quick, Dion. Ellis fading away, jump shot good. Now you need a turnover if you're Union. 65-69, 4-point. Do not foul that man, Caliban. You really don't want to foul Blunt either. It's a turnover. Going the other way. Ellis all the way to the rack. Left hand good.
And he doesn't miss that layup.
He doesn't miss it. He doesn't have to foul. Now Lee Ott is going to call timeout. And it's a 2-point game. What a fantastic play that time from Oklahoma Union to knock the ball away.
To come from behind and pick Blunt's pocket like that, and then the alley-oop pass on point, and good job by Ellis to finish.
We got an entertaining finish here. It's a 2-point game in favor of Fort Gibson. Fort Gibson has the ball, going to be inbounding with 44 seconds left to go on the clock. If I'm Fort Gibson, I try and find a way to get it in Blunt and Caliban's hands, and I don't get it out of them.
But that's not the question I want answered. The question I want is, for Oklahoma Union, are you still fouling? You're down by 2. Do you let the offense play out, or do you foul so you can get the ball and with more time and more possession?
I'm putting pressure on Blunt and Caliban when they get the ball. If I have in a plus opportunity, like in a corner somewhere, I'm trapping there, not fouling. But if we get out into the open court, I'd rather foul, and it's not in the hands of either one of those two guys, I'm fouling. I'll take my opportunities with a high school kid at the free throw line rather than trying to create a turnover. I play good defense here, try and force it out of his hands, try and force it out of Blunt's hands as well. Right now, Baylor Nash doing just that. They're hounding, and they reach in, and Nash is going.
Why is Nash fouling? It was a foul. I don't know why the student body is upset over here. That was clearly a foul. That defense didn't need to be played like that. They had him in a situation where he was in the backcourt and they were about to get the violation.
Well, see, he doesn't need to reach.
You don't need to reach and grab like that.
He's trying to reach for the ball. He wasn't necessarily trying to foul, but he was reaching for the ball, and when that guy is going, when a guy like Blunt is just moving his arms around, if you try and stick your hand in there, it's going to look awfully guilty. And it's hard in the heat of the moment with everything going on. That ball is just right there for you. You could be the hero, Dion. It's hard not to stick your hand in there, but it's what was needed right there from Nash. Blunt gets bailed out. He went 1 of 2 from the line last time. You think he misses 2 this time?
The pressure's on, but I don't think Blunt misses again. I think he made a mistake on that second one. I think right here he knocks down both of these.
If he knocks down both of them, you're Oklahoma Union. You don't have to settle for the 3. Now, the way that they've been shooting the three-pointer, you might want to shoot an open 3, but don't pressure yourself into shooting a contested 3. If you need to, take it back to the rack, take it back up and in, and try and foul somebody else besides Blunt or Caliban and see if they can't miss a free throw and play this free throw game.
Either way, it's a 2-possession game.
Blunt at the line. He's going to shoot 2 this time regardless. His 10th foul on Oklahoma Union. His first shot is up. Hits the front iron, trickles in. 70-67. Blunt takes a deep breath, spins the ball in his hand, dribbles once. Second shot up, good. And now Todd Dickerson is going to call a timeout. They saved all these timeouts for a reason, Dion. They're using them right now. (71-67), 34.3 seconds to go. It's a good time to let you know this game is brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Check out your local wireless carrier. They're your partner in the wireless game, whether you need internet, cell phone coverage. They got the latest iPhone, AirPods. They can get you hooked up with whatever you need. Visit your local wireless carrier all over Eastern Oklahoma and visit our friends at Bravado Wireless. Let them assist you in a slam dunk. Dion's disappointed he hadn't seen one of those this
whole tournament.
Yeah, it has been the whole tournament. .3 seconds to go. The possession arrow is in favor of Fort Gibson. Fort Gibson is in the double bonus. Oklahoma Union is in the regular bonus. They give it to Hollingshed. He crosses court, gives it to Gibson. They try and give it back in the middle. Flash for the steal. Corner, open 3, Ellis. Good! Dylan Ellis knocks it down, ice in his veins.
And he has been the key player in this last minute and 20 seconds. He has knocked down shots, he has played great defense, and he has been the man for this Oklahoma Union team.
Check another look.
Check out the replay. Slow-mo.
Everybody was looking at Jace Hollingshed for good reason when he had the ball, but when you have a shooter like that in the middle of the court and everybody's eyes are on him, that opens up opportunities. And if you have guys that can knock down shots like Dylan Ellis did just then, your team is awfully hard to beat.
So now, Seth, I ask you the same question again. You're Oklahoma Union. You're coming off the timeout. Do you foul when you're down by 1?
I try and get the steal. I tell you the same thing I said last time. I try and get this steal coming off the inbound. If I don't get the steal, I do not foul Ellis, and I try and not foul Blunt. Anybody else gets it, I'm willing to play. I'm willing to foul, send the guy to the line under pressure and see if he can make 2 free throws. Because I have faith in my team, we can hit a 3 either way.
I say you foul just because of that reason. You can hit the 3.
They give it into Blunt. They foul Blunt. He was on a breakaway that time, so probably not a bad idea, but it's a man that has shot the past 4 free throws, so he has an opportunity. I'd almost try and, Calavan was the trigger man there. I'd almost try and deny, put 2 guys on Blunt, and then foul the first person they've inbounded to next time, if there is a next time. Blunt, 2 opportunities from the line. This first one up, good. Offense for defense subs as Ellis and Collier will come back in. Coming out is Nash and Rush. Both of those substitutions for Oklahoma Union. Deep breath as Blunt rocks back and forth on each foot. Right, left, shot, up. Rattles around, no good. On the ground, Carter Calavan gets it, and it's gonna be a hard foul. You had to foul if you're Hollingshead there, but that's not what can happen if you're Union.
You had to get that rebound. You had to get it. Now they got the opportunity to make this a 2-possession game.
Jace Hollingshead just picked up his 5th personal foul. That's huge.
That's something you don't want to see.
Cade Hollingshead comes in to replace Jace. Connor Calavan has been good from the line. In fact, he's a perfect 6 for 6 from this quarter. You count in the rest of the game, and he's 7 for 8. Make that 8 for 9, and that might just be the final nail in the coffin. Oklahoma Union not dead yet, though, especially if Calavan misses this one, but you got to get that rebound. Calavan doesn't miss, but down by 4. Here comes Oklahoma Union. They need to strike quick. They need to go. They need to go, Dion. Drive all the way to the basket. 3-pointer. Gilmore on the way. Good! Timeout, Leon and Oklahoma Union. This game's not over yet. The craziness continues.
They refuse to go away. Every time they're down, they knock down another big shot.
All right, Dion, you asked me this question, so I'm going to answer before you even ask this time. The score is 74-73. I'm changing my strategy here. There is only 8 seconds left in this game. Calavan was the trigger man the past 2 times. I'm assuming he will be the trigger man again. If he's not, then this plan changes. I face guard, put 2 guys on Blunt. I face guard everybody else, and I might even grab the jersey of somebody that I want to foul, and as soon as he takes off, I make sure everybody knows. You foul before the clock even goes, that's one option, or I'm trying to get it into anybody else besides Blunt. Calavan is the trigger man, you don't have to worry about him, and you foul that guy. You deny the 2 best free throw shooters on Fort Gibson and get anybody else and you foul them. I'm not even trying to go for a steal anymore. I'm going to play the free throw game.
I haven't said this ever in my life, Seth, but I completely agree with what you just said.
Oh my goodness, it's a miracle. 8 seconds left, 74-73. Oklahoma Union is praying for one of those themselves. Calavan is not the trigger man this time. So you got to watch him flashing deep. You just need to foul somebody that's not Blunt or Calavan. Good job, by the way, by Todd Dickerson to not make. Blunt is the trigger man this time, though. And how do you let Calavan get wide open like that? That's crucial.
I don't get it. I don't get it. You know it's going to 24. Why is he wide open, sitting right in front of Blunt, ready for the ball? I don't get it.
If you're going to foul Calavan, foul him before the clock even starts. Head coach Liot saying it takes 4.5 seconds to get all the way up the court. As Calavan's first shot is up and in. Todd Dickerson's going to take a full timeout.
So let's be honest. He just told his team. Fort Gibson takes the timeout. Coach just told his team. Coach Liot, it takes 4 seconds to get across half court and to the 3-point line. 4 seconds. Now, Jace Hollingshead is out, fouled out of this game.
Oh.
Who do you put the ball in their hands to knock down, which possibly is going to be a three-point shot because, let's be honest, Calivan hasn't missed a free throw all night. He's knocking this next one down.
If I'm head coach Leot, this is going to sound weird. I want Calivan to knock this down. There's a play that has become popular ever since the North Carolina, I believe it's North Carolina Villanova national championship game. You knock this down, there's a play, you get it to one of your guards and you have somebody trailing. The guard goes as far as he can, you roll it in, he picks it up and he dribbles as hard as he can right to the spot on the right of the free throw line. Then the guy trailing, he dribbles. Most of the time, the guys, especially if they're playing man, both of them will come to the dribbler, you kick it back, you get a good look at a three-pointer.
So you're telling the player to dribble down and shield instead of screen.
It's basically a screen, but it's not really a screen. Calivan makes the second shot. We'll see what Oklahoma Union's strategy is. It's a foul by Connor Calivan, which is smart.
Wow, we didn't think of the scenario where Fort Gibson fouls themselves, and now they only have an opportunity of 2 free throws and not getting the 3. So what do you tell? Now my next question here, Seth. He makes the first free throw. Do you tell him as a coach to miss the second?
I'd take a timeout and talk about it. If you have one timeout left, you might as well use it. You got to make this first one. It all hinges on this first one right here, Dion. Colson Gibson. He does make the first. 3 seconds left. There's a lot of stuff happening. I think you got to miss it and hope for a rebound. He does miss it. Gillespie with the rebound. They bounce it off of Calivan.
Smart move. Ellis gets the rebound, and to save it, he knocks it off of Calivan's feet.
Man, we need a video replay because I think there's more seconds on the clock, but it's only going to be 0.4. So 0.4, you know what that means, Dion, as we take another look at the replay. Calivan had it. Ellis gets it, and he just needs to stop the clock any way he can. Knocks it off of Calivan. 0.4 seconds, that's enough for a tip. That's all you got.
That's enough for just a tip, man.
So
there should be a lot more seconds on the clock. I completely agree with you.
The problem is this is high school basketball, and you can't go back and look. You can see the clock in the background.
And you see it's still running.
Yeah, it's at least 1 second.
It's at least at 1.3 in my opinion.
But see, and the difference between 1 second and 0.4 seconds is 1 second, they have an opportunity to shoot. They did research. It takes longer than 0.4 seconds for a shot to get off. Therefore, the officials know as soon as this ball is inbounded, there is only enough time for a tip in. So even if a guy goes through the motion of shooting, it's not going to happen.
And I'm not remembering well, but do these rims have the red light on them?
Yes, I believe they do. It shouldn't matter. It should just be a tip regardless.
I don't think there's a chance they get this shot off.
It should just be a tip regardless. Oklahoma Union, you're going to have to set up a screen, get somebody open. Shot no good. Shot blocked. Fort Gibson comes away with the victory. They storm the court. Storm the hero, Connor Calivan. Calivan doesn't need a hype train. He just needs a van.
Just the final second turnaround three-point shot. Calivan jumps. So does number 15 for the Union, Oklahoma Union, Gibson. And Calivan comes up with the win and the block for the Fort Gibson Tigers. And they will be in tomorrow's championship game.
Calivan was fouled multiple times going to the line. How about this? He was 10 for 10.
Remember that time he told me? Remember that time he told me about that Missouri Tigers team that went 36 for 36 from the free throw line and lost? Didn't happen for Calivan tonight.
Now he only missed one free throw the entire time as he steps up. That's a tough opportunity there with Calivan in your face, especially for Gibson to get that ball off. Wow. Wow. Entertaining game. 76-74 is your final score. Fort Gibson moves on. They go to the finals of the Old Fort Classic.
Hey, man, and if that was the way we ended tonight, I can't wait for how we start off tomorrow because we have a championship game around the clock. We will be here at 4 o'clock, and we start broadcasting at 11 once again. It should be a fun one tomorrow. Don't worry, guys. We're not done yet.
You're definitely not done yet, but unfortunately, I am done. I will not be in attendance tomorrow to watch these fantastic games, but man, couldn't ask for much better from the 2020 Old Fort Classic. You see Calivan, MVP for sure in his performance. He stepped up when his team needed him, coming up big. And Dion, I was just surprised at both of these teams and their ability to shoot the three-pointer.
Yeah, we can't forget about that first half because it was crazy, man. Both student bodies were going at it. The crowd was electrifying, and the players were energetic, talking a little trash, having a little fun. Man, you had everything in this game, and I can't wait for tomorrow to see what we unveil next.
Calivan finished with 28. Jackson Blunt also, we talked about Calivan from the free throw line. Blunt was able to finish 4 of 6 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. You add in his other stats, he's 5 of 7 from the line. Free throw shooting made the difference tonight for the Fort Gibson Tigers. All right. Took a deep breath, Dion. You took a deep breath as well. We told you might want coffee before this one. You didn't really need it. We were running on adrenaline all game long. Final score, 76-74 in favor of Fort Gibson. From our entire Bravado Wireless crew, bringing you coverage of this since 11 a.m. today. And from Dion Amade, my fantastic color man, being fantastic all game long, I'm Seth Campbell saying so long. We'll see you next time from the Fort as Fort Gibson battles and beats Oklahoma Union 76-74.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the expressed written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.